Hey everybody, I'm Cody from Alavas Gaming, and welcome back to the Devoured Dead, another game from the Asylum Game Jam, which I played before, and now I'm going to be playing the bootlegger's story. At least I'm hoping it's a bootlegger's story. Real quick, I want to see what's the story over here. A man of means. Alright. Well, I consider myself a man of memes, so maybe we'll have something in common. But first, let's do the bootlegger. I came here as a guest once. At the time, I was just passing through. I do recall that much. I was greeted by my gracious host, the owner of the house. He'd opened the place up to travelers from all places. The next time it was under more unpleasant circumstances, and I moved through these halls under the cover of darkness. I was starved, confused. My first impulse was to make a quick theft, collect what I could from the old man's private collection upstairs, and turn what little money I could from it. Oh, okay, so I'm gonna go upstairs and steal shit. Snap. Okay. I got devoured right away. I am devoured. Well, the bootlegger didn't last long at all. Holy crap. So I'm just telling the story of all these people that got devoured by this creature. Oh, okay. So it's here too. I don't like this thing, dude. Like, it freaks me out because I don't even know what it is. I mean, I know I'm not supposed to know what it is, but it's freaking me out that it's here and not here at the same time. I'm gonna go back downstairs and unlock this. Couldn't help myself. I treated myself to a taste of the old man's liquor stock, and that's when my plan began to form. Certainly he had more supplies in his kitchen than he could possibly keep stock of. I resolved to start there and carve out something not unlike a legitimate life for myself. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna just be a sneaky thiefy man. Alright. I found a passage while rummaging through the pantry there. A dank, moist little tunnel that spiraled down into the bowels of the house. It was there that I set up my operation. The house's owner was absent, away on some trip, and I set myself to work putting together a makeshift still. Liquor was forbidden, and I was sure that I could turn my fortune around by manufacturing something quickly and cheaply, safely outside the suspicion of operating beneath the house of a modern-day aristocrat. Okay, I gotta go get the axe again. So am I following the same basic story? I'm just getting a different story each time I play? Let's go again. Let's go again! Alright, turn around, because it's probably gonna come this time. No? Did I just get super unlucky the first time? I guess I did. Alright. Away we go. So I think that noise is supposed to be like an echo of the conversation they had here. Alright. Good, that lamp's still there. The old man, the one who owned the place, he had brought something back with him from his latest trip. I'd been working unnoticed in that basement for months when it showed up. A wreathing, horrific thing with malice in its eyes greeted me from behind a cage in the room I'd once used for my operations. I saw no mouth, but the creature's teeth glistened at me in the darkness of the basement. Those teeth, they contorted, twisted upwards into an alien mockery of a smile, jagged and cracked. I ran, certain that the old man had some trophy in his personal quarters I could use to defend myself. As I forced my way through that small tunnel to the kitchen, I heard the steel of the thing's cage buckle and break behind me. Hide? Maybe? Is that gonna trigger it to... Yep! Hide! Okay! Alright, we're good. We'll just leave now. Alright, so I'm trying to go to his private quarters. Maybe I'm gonna go to the scientist quarters instead. It seems though I'm following the same path. Do you mind, little girl? Andromeda's just over here just going nuts. Excuse you, little kitten. Oh. Ah, run away again! Hide in the lamp! Okay, so it looks like we're gonna follow the same basic stuff happening over again. Alright. Nothing. I guess I just leave again. And then am I going to have to run away again? I was overtaken with fear. I had not intended to threaten the old man, but my mind was burning with questions, and I needed an answer. Any answer to calm myself. I heard him outside, and mistaking him for the thing from the basement, aimed the pistol I'd found in the old man's dresser at the door. He stood, staring at me in silence as I demanded to know what happened. My hand, shaking in the moment, pulled against the trigger with enough force to fire. I recall quite clearly that the old man was unharmed, but he fled down the hallway in a clear attempt to escape me. That was when the hallway seemed to swallow him whole, pulling him deeper into some dark recess of the house and outside of my view. Oh, okay. So where am I going? I guess I'll go back to the bedroom. There we go. I'm in the scientist bedroom again. Something gonna happen here? Just like the owner of the house, I was too swallowed up by those endless twisting hallways before being eventually sped out into some other room. I had no chance to get my bearings, I remember now, but I ran. Blood pumped fast, drowning out any other sounds the house may have had as it rushed through my ears. Whispers clouded my ears, assuring me that there would be no escape from this place. Soon, I found myself outside of the grand house's library. The place was familiar to me after the weeks I'd spent there, learning the craft that I'd practiced in the basement. But as I approached it on that night, I was filled with a sudden dread, my heart icing over with fear. I turned the handle regardless. In some way, I found myself deserving of the fate that awaited me beyond the door. Whatever had been there that night turned me into what I am now. Okay, we're gonna run away now. Yep, things are breaking. Things are bad. We're just gonna run away now. Don't mind me. Yep. Whoop. We're gonna go join the scientist in his room. Yep. We're with the scientist now. It caught me as I tried to open the door. The shifting, imperceptible bulk of its body seemed to tense and expand, taking up the full space around me as its teeth, the only piece of it I could see, sank deep into the meat of my left leg. With some unknowable motivation, it pulled me screaming into the library, which was lit only by two small lights with no visible source that quickly scattered. I was left in that quiet, contemplative void for an impossible length of time as the beast, whatever it truly may have been, paced around me, as if waiting for something. I think it wanted me to shout for help, but my throat was seized by some deeper fear. At most I was able to manage a whimper, and the creature's patience quickly expired. Moments later, with a snap that echoed through my last moments, I was torn from my body and thrown somewhere high into the library's ceiling. It took more than just my life, it was my memory as well. But now I have it back, and that may be enough for now. So that was the bootlegger. I think we could go ahead and get the Man of Means as well, because it looks like these are pretty short stories. I think the scientist was just a bit longer because I didn't know what I was doing, and it looks like it's going to go to the same places anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep going. Sorry, my hair is... I have this one strand of stupid hair that's longer than the others. There we go. And I'm recording all of these all in one go. Like, I'm recording a bunch of videos today because only to keep my hair teal for a few days. And I want you guys to get as much enjoyment out of the teal hair as I am, because I love it. I was hosting a researcher from abroad, whom I had invited due to her experience with exotic animals. I had hoped to get some information regarding the thing that I had brought back from my latest expedition. We shared a drink from my private collection, outlawed under official law, but not much of an offense for a man of means, and discussed the possible origins of the beast. My words faltered, and I excused myself momentarily under the guise of placing the key to my collection in its proper place upstairs. Oh, I'm on the other side of the room now. Okay. So now I'm playing as the owner of the house. Oh, no! I'm already... Jesus, I just started and it's already trying to devour me. Okay, I'm safely in a lamp. Alright, I'm just going to grab that key and book it. That lamp up there is deceptive. You can't use that one for shiz. Despite my best efforts, I was unable to convey to my guest exactly what had taken me from my Arctic expedition, and as we savored our drink, I found myself wondering if there would be any way for her to help without exposing her to the danger presented by the beast. I tried explaining the way it had stalked us in the snow, leaving behind footprints that seemed to move in all directions at once, and approaching from paths it could not have rationally had access to, but my companion was unfettered. As she launched into yet another theory, based on what little information I could provide, we retired to the kitchen for a small bite to accompany our slaked thirst. I get the feeling that there's going to be some madness going on here. My guest put forth rather fantastical theories regarding the thing's possible nature, as I recall. She gleefully recounted the potential ramifications of my having discovered a freshly speciated manner of beast, offering to dissect and examine it personally. My attempts to explain the havoc that the creature had wreaked on my expedition crew fell on deaf ears, and despite my initial protest, I found myself leading my guest down to the boiler room, where I had locked the beast away just after my return. Why would he bring it back with him, is my biggest question. Why would he feel the need? It destroyed a bunch of his crew. Why bring that home? This thing is obviously a danger. I mean, it's coming out of everywhere to kill me. Why bring that back with you? Madness, I say. Let's just go ahead and move along then. Keep on going through the old mansion. We know it quite well at this point, I would think. I just still don't like that noise. Like, even now, I think it's the echoes of their conversation, but it still freaks me out. As I stared at that empty cage, I felt the same cold, untempered fear that had haunted me in the final hours of my expedition. The thing that had stalked me and my men out on the frozen Arctic waste had been released. That had nearly escaped its containment as we passed through Vermont. My fury got the better of me, and I rashly accused my guest of having taken my prize for her own personal gain. In my haste, I ordered her to seek shelter elsewhere in the house, and investigated the damaged boiler room myself. It soon became clear to me that I had been wrong in my initial assessment, and someone else had assisted the beast in its escape. Fearing for the life of my guest, I rushed to my quarters, fully intent on arming myself against the beast now prowling through my home. Where's this still at that I'm supposed to be able to see? It's got a cage, but I don't see a still. Gonna hide. Because, like, that would be kind of a big thing. I'd find a bathtub or something here, wouldn't I? Boop! To my quarters! And to run from the beast I shall go! Alright, I'm just gonna hide there. Getting pretty good at this hiding from the beast thing. I only got devoured twice so far. I think. I may have miscounted. I don't know. Nothing there! I must hide again. Or not hide. I must run. I must flee to another part of the house. I had once, in a moment of poor judgment, opened my home to visitors passing through this small town. It quickly grew to be renowned as a fantastic place for weary travelers, with meals catered by my serving staff. This was, of course, back in the days where I had staff, but as I made my way to my chambers, I found myself confronted by a ghost from those past days. A man I had once offered shelter to stood before me in my own private chambers, brandishing my own pistol at me, and demanding an explanation for what he had seen. His first panic shot missed me, but just barely. I stumbled backward, making my way to the guest chambers when the floor tumbled out from under me, sent me sprawling into a room I'd never seen in my own house before. Well, I guess I'm going to go to the guest chambers, and then I'm probably going to go to the library again. That seems to be the flavor of the day. Yep. Guest room. Nope, not in the lamp. I do not know how long I was trapped in that alien space, divorced of all sense of myself, but when I returned to the familiar hallways of my home, I immediately tried to attend to my guest. Her room had been torn apart as if by some feral animal, but dust had long settled over what remained. Fearing the worst and unsure if my eyes could still be trusted, I retired to my private library in hopes of finding some way to steady my nerves. So his first thought is, hey, let's get drunk. Alright, we're gonna go to the library and escape this thing the same way we've been doing. I do still like this, even though it's the same story played over and over again. I am very much enjoying it. And, hey, a man of means. There we go. Safe at last! This was where it ended. As I reached for a familiar volume with the intent of losing myself in some other traveler's depiction of a foreign land and await my fate lost in fantasy, that now familiar thrumming sound filled my ears. I recalled instantly how the beast had tore through my men, rending them asunder in a single moment, almost as though it existed independently of the physical space I could see it in. No sooner had the beast entered my sight than I felt what I am sure the members of my expedition did in their last moments. My sense of being was pulled from my now unmoving body, and I watched from afar as the creature set itself upon my now inanimate body with unmatched ferocity. I ran. Still tied to this place, I did all I could to escape it, running until all memory of what had happened left me, and I could no longer remember the route to escape. That concern is no more. In this place, I am finally free of this wretched house. So that's cool. So it's just 3 tellings of the same story. I'm going to see if something else opened up real quick. Probably not, but I just want to check. Nope, they're all the same. Okay, so that's pretty dang cool. Alright, so that was the Devoured Dead, everyone. That was the ending of it, anyway. I really like that. I think that's cool. Would have been cool to see some variation, but this was also for the Asylum Game Jam. They don't have a whole lot of time to make these games for it, so pretty dang good. I'm happy with it. I liked it. It's one of the, like, it's stuff like that, where you can have some story. You don't have to explain everything, but some story just really makes a horror game for me. Because this was still technically, in my mind, a horror game, because it still scared me to have that thing chasing me. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, please leave us a like and tell a friend so they can enjoy it as well. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to our channel, and I'll put some annotations inside it for some other videos we've done. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!